Okay, I think we're good. We got picture, we got audio. We're good to go.
We're good to go. There's the man.
Hey, hey. So you're
Greetings from Greece, kind sir.
oh, love it, love it. Costa, right?
Costas. Yes, that is correct, sir.
Costas, yeah.
How are you, Jim? How are you?
Living the dream.
You bet.
Woo. No, we're doing good, man. We're making music and that's what we love.
Okay, there must be a tons of thousands of millions of people saying what a huge honor this is. I'm going to repeat it, and I'm going to go to the first question so soon, so fast. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for doing that. And Jim, you are a multi-instrumentalist. You play everything that can be played. I think you can even play the phone book.
I've tried that, yeah.
Would you choose between guitar and keyboards?
No, I don't have to choose Costas because for ballads, I usually like the search is over or any of my ballads. I compose them on piano.
Hmm.
And for the rockers, like the 38 special, hold on loosely, that's guitar. Yeah. You can't do that on a piano. So it's really the type of song I'm writing that dictates if it's going to be keyboard oriented or guitar oriented.
So it's the mood dictating, it's your mind dictating, and then you just choose the instrument in order to come up with the best result.
Right, right. Well, like the search is over. I actually wrote it while driving in the car with not any instruments. But fortunately, I had a tape recorder next to me in the passenger seat, and it's not very safe. But I grabbed that thing and I started singing "Search Is Over" into the tape recorder, and I didn't know what I was doing. But when I got back, I hit the keyboards, and I figured out the chord changes from that weird tape I made. And it's really funny, when your imagination is unencumbered, you can do great things. Sometimes if you sit down at an instrument, it anchors you down. But if you're driving in the car and it just comes to your head, you have no boundaries.
This is your preferred method of thinking and searching, being in the car, driving and thinking about music?
That's one of them. The other one, and it's Costas, right?
Yes, sir.
Costas, it's also I dream songs. And inevitably in the middle of the night, I'll hear a song, but it's usually someone in my dream playing it for me. And I'm going, man, that guy's good. I could never write that good. And I wake up, I go, wait a minute, I wrote that. And I spring out of my bed and go to the keyboard with my tape recorder, and I grab it while I can, because those ideas are like from God or someone like that. And they'll disappear unless you get it down on the tape recorder.
Is there a time that you are, let's say, in an airport or backstage or at home, and you think, this is a great riff, but I don't have a guitar with me, I don't have a keyboard with me. So you pick up your phone and just, mumbling and murmuring and saying, okay, I'm just going to whisper or whistle, and then I'll keep it and transform it.
That's right. That's exactly what I do. Uh, and songs come from everywhere, and of course, when I co-write, I love co-writing situations because we'll come up with something that neither of us could have done on our own. When the chemistry is right, it can be magic. When the chemistry is not right, it sucks. But I've had more good experiences, writing with the Ides of March, songs like Vehicle and LA Goodbye and all our hits. Those were like co-writes with the whole band sitting around. And Survivor too, Frankie, he brought the best out of me. And he was kind of a rebel, but every time he sat down to write with me, he was fantastic. And a lot of the Survivor songs were a chemistry between Frankie and me.
Jim, you made a ton of records with Ides of March, with Survivor, of course, with Pride Alliance, with Jimmy, with everybody. And I'm just wondering, In your drawers, there must be like 12,000 tons of songs. Are you planning on doing something within this year on the next one?
Well, Private Lines is just getting ready to release an album in July. It's all finished. It's all in the can.
Uh-huh.
And it's amazing. Toby always inspires me. I'm inspired by great singers. I was inspired by Jimmy Jamison, of course, by Survivor, Don Barnes with 38 Special, Sammy Hagar. We wrote heavy metal in about 5 minutes, But the same thing, great vocalists inspire me to do my best work.
Jim, do you like heavy metal?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Like Iron Maiden, like Saxon, like Metallica or Queensryche or Jack Panzer or
Well, yeah, some I like better than others. I love Queensryche, But when you said that, I was thinking you were talking about the song I wrote with Sammy Hagar, heavy metal.
You betcha.
Headbangers in leather, sparks flying in the dead of the night. It all comes together when they shoot out the lights. 50,000 watts of power, and it's pushing overload. The beast is ready to devour all the metal it can hold. About to explode, about to overload. It's your going ticket to midnight. Call it heavy metal, higher than I feel is just right. Call it heavy metal, desperation of the red line. Call it heavy metal noise.
Yeah. All right. This is heavy metal.
Yeah, baby.
You better believe it. When it comes to songs, I'm not going to take you just to Eye of a Tiger. I'm going to get you like to Burning Heart and all the songs you've done with 38 Special and Sammy Hagar. I was wondering, except for the melodies and the riffing and the ideas, like the punchline on Eye of a Tiger, and
Yeah.
do you also come up with the vocal lines? Like, how about singing that way? Because you can also sing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a combination, really. If I wasn't a singer, I wouldn't be able to write for singers, I don't think. Although, I don't have the range of a Toby Hitchcock or a Jimmy Jamison, So I have to kind of imagine that in my head and go in that real weak, which really sucks. But I can do that. And then Don Barnes will get in front of the mic and nail it, or the way Jimmy used to do it, or Sammy. Oh my God. I'm not that kind of singer. I'm a good songwriter singer, but I'll never do the high range like the greatest singers in the world.
But you are one of the most amazing songwriters, composers, instrumentalists in the world. So
thank you, Costas. That's very nice.
When you realize, when you get to the point you see, wow, I wrote that and I wrote that, does it ever come back to you like, oh my God, I wrote that song that millions of people singing?
Yeah, sometimes there's this reality check where I'm going, holy shit, I wrote that. And it's Eye of the Tiger. We recorded that in 1982. It was a phone call from Sylvester Stallone. I thought it was a joke. And he actually left me a message on my answering machine with a little cassette. And remember the old answering machines with cassettes in it. And I get back from shopping and I hit play and he goes, hey, yo, Jim, it's a nice answering machine you got there. This is Sylvester Stallone. Give me a call. And I thought it was a joke. And I keep sorting mail, and my wife, Karen, goes, who is that? And I said, oh, it's some joker pretending to be Stallone. And she goes, you idiot, you better call him back. It might be him, So I call the 213 area code, and that was a good sign. Mm-hmm. And he answers, yo. Another good sign. I said, this is Jim Peterik. Is this really Sylvester Stallone? He goes, hey, Jimbo, call me Sly. Holy mackerel. So here I am talking to my hero, Sly. I mean, Karen and I loved the first Rocky movie and the second Rocky movie. And he gets on the phone and says, well, I'm going to do another movie. It's going to be called Rocky 3. And I don't want to use that Gonna Fly Now song. It's a nice song, but I want something new. I want something for the kids. Can you help me out? And I said, is the Pope Catholic? He goes, hey, that's a good joke. Yeah. And he said, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to send you a rough cut of Rocky 3. And I want you to probably get together with Frankie and write me a song that's going to outlive you and me. I said, aye, no problem. So finding a VHS player in Berwyn, Illinois is really difficult. That was, and it was a huge thing, but I did find, I scouted one down and I put it on the console, and Frankie and I just said, okay, let's watch this movie. And we see Mr. T rising up, Stallone getting soft, doing Master Charge commercials, right? And there was music playing. I go, and the music was, another one bites the dust. I go, Frankie, they got a song. So I called Tony Scotti. I said, you already got a song. And he says, oh, no, couldn't use it, man. Couldn't get the rights to it. And I said to myself, there is a God. And we got to work, and I just felt that pulse, that I knew that was the pulse of the movie, And I was trying to time the chords with the punches, and I go, wait for the punch.
Yep.
And we were off to the races, man.
How did you come up with the punch?
The punchline, Eye of the Tiger, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, originally we were going to call it of the time. We were going to call it something else. But all of a sudden, I'm thinking, man, no, it's got to be Eye of the Tiger, and pardon me?
In the film clip, he says it. It's just the word.
Yeah, in the film clip, he says, Rocky, you're losing the Eye of the Tiger. And I go, if we don't call this Eye of the Tiger,
yeah, Apollo says that.
Idiots, yeah. And thank God we called it Eye of the Tiger. And Stallone loved it. He said, but you got a little lazy on me. You didn't write me a third verse. Oh, thanks a lot. So, yeah, and I go, well, you caught me, got a little lazy. All right. So, rising up. So instead of rising up back on the street, I made it rising up straight to the top. Had the guts, I got the glory. Went the distance, now I'm not gonna stop. Just a man and his will to survive. Just a little changes, and he was really happy with that.
Jim, is there another story, similar story or different when it comes to Burning Heart?
Yeah, a little different. We were on the road with REO Speedwagon. It seems like we were on the road with them for like 3 years off and on, because the same management team, and it was a great bill. And we would open, and, by the time Eye of the Tiger made it, it was, I don't want to say it was a co-bill, but we were drawing a lot of people also, as well as Eye of the Tiger. And what was the question, Costas?
Burning Heart.
Oh, Burning Heart. So we're on the road with REO. Frankie and I are sitting by the pool. Got a call from Stallone. And he says, you guys got to do it again. You got to write another one for me. It's going to be from Rocky 4. He said, I'll probably use Eye of the Tiger, but I need a new theme song, And we had a little extra time, between shows. And we put up a piano in a hotel suite, and Frankie and I went to work. And by this time, we had Jimmy Jamison as the vocalist. Dave had left the band, a couple of years back. And Jimmy's voice was very inspirational. He could hit any note. I mean, both singers were great. I mean, nobody could sing Eye of the Tiger better than Dave Bickler, but Jimmy had another level of clarity in his voice. And so we didn't even have a title, but it was that idea of two worlds collide, rival nations. It's a primitive clash, venting years of frustration. Boy, that's high. I'll sing it lower. Two worlds collide, rival nations. It's a primitive clash, venting years of frustration. Bravely we hope against all hope. There is so much at stake. Seems our freedom's up against the rope. Does the crowd understand? Is East versus West, or man against man? Can any nation stand alone in the burning heart? And man, we were off and running. And we knew we'd created something really good. But we didn't really have a title for it. We weren't singing In the Burning Heart. Originally, we were singing In the Human Heart, just about to burst. And but that sounded kind of weird. In the Human Heart, it's too biological, And we didn't really have the final hook too. We were sitting with Stallone, and I think Frankie said, "How about In the Burning Heart?" And I said, "Well, yeah." Even though Vandenberg had a song called Burning Heart, I said, I don't care, let's use it. And that turned the whole tide.
When it comes to write music and co-write music, is it usually you who brings the initial spark? Is it like Frankie and then you join? Can you please guide us through that? What happened?
Yeah, well, every session's different. But I do remember with Eye of the Tiger, Frankie first said these words: back on the street, doing time, taking chances. That's all he said. And I said, wait, how about this? Rising up, back on the street, did my time, took my chances. So it takes a little seed and then you go for it. And we trade ideas back and forth until we really think we got it.
The idea of that guitar thing, digga, 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 going all the way, enjoying all the way. Was it yours?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, I'm not the first guy to use digga, 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 with just like the white-winged dove, Stevie Nicks had that Edge of 17.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it's not totally original, but I'm good at taking something that works and changing it a little bit, and it certainly worked.
When you write songs like you did with Sammy Hagar, heavy metal,
Yeah.
what was the original idea, the basic thing that you thought about and said, let's do this. Let's try that one out.
Yeah, good question. Sometimes I say it's not inspiration, it's a phone call. And Sammy got a phone call from Eddie. We called him Fast Eddie Leffler, Sammy's manager, and a really nice guy. He said, you know what you guys should be doing today? You should write a song for the new erotic cartoon Heavy Metal. And we go, okay. We didn't even see the footage of it yet, but we got the idea of it. It's got to be a slam and rocker, and we just heavy metal. Let's call it Heavy Metal. It's the name of the movie, the comic strip. So, it was like when you write a song with someone as talented as Sammy, I'll sing a line and then he'll sing a line and then I'll sing a line, it's pretty amazing. But we had that song down in 4 hours. And we sent it to his manager, Eddie Leffler. He said, yeah, I mean, That's it. Headbands in leather, sparks flying in the dead of the night. It all comes together when they shoot out the lights. 50,000 watts of power, and it's pushing overload. The beast is ready to devour all the metal it can hold. About to explode, about to overload. It's your one-way ticket to midnight. Call it heavy metal, higher than high, feeling just right. Call it heavy metal, desperation of the red light. Call it heavy metal noise. Bada.
Yeah.
Man,
Spectacular.
We knew we were onto something. We sent it to Eddie Loeffler and the movie company. He goes, "You got a number one here," and it came out, and it's one of the best tracks, in my opinion, on the whole heavy metal album.
I'm gonna take you on a little bit of a journey. Let's driving our beloved DeLorean, and think about 2 times or 3 times you choose that you were on stage with Survivor or Pride Alliance, you name it, and you felt like God. You said, "This is a great audience. This is a great thing." I'm sure there'll be thousands of them, but let's try to pick 2 amazing dates throughout your illustrious career.
Oh, you mean concerts that really
Yes,
changed my life?
that
Yeah.
you kept it in your heart for some reason.
Right. Well, to me, it was when the Ides of March opened for Led Zeppelin.
Yes, sir.
There was various bands that went on, and they were okay. But what was weird about this particular show, it was supposed to be outdoors, and it started raining. And last minute, they brought it inside. And the Ides of March were used to playing in really bad conditions, and shows. We weren't spoiled. We would do the job no matter what. And we went on, and we didn't care that the PA sucked. We just did it. And we went into vehicle and brought down the house. And afterwards, Jimmy Page, well, actually, it was the singer came up to me and invited us to their penthouse suite for a party, And so the Ides of March, I'll go to the penthouse suite at the Hyatt House in I guess it was Toronto, and there was like an orgy going on. I mean, it was crazy. Robert Plant comes to the door in his little bikini briefs, and come on in, gentlemen. And we're like kids from Berwyn, 19 years old, right? And we're seeing this thing. I had to take a pee, so I go into the John, and there's Bonzo in the bathtub with this female. I don't even want to tell you about it, but I just turned around and went away. Sorry, you two. I didn't mean to disturb you, And so we go back in the room, and the 4 of the Ides of March look at each other and go, "This is really not our scene." And we excused ourselves. "Thank you very much, Robert. We're out of here." And he said, "Well, that's okay. Thanks for coming." And we went across the street to a donut shop, and we were eating donuts and milk. And the Ides of March were back in our comfort zone.
Still digging donuts and milk, Jim?
What?
Still liking donuts and milk?
Oh, yeah.
Thursday?
Well, I'll have a beer and a gin and tonic once in a while.
What's the most important thing when you record? Are you having fun when you record? Is it the same like playing live? Is it
Oh, yeah.
equally intriguing?
Yeah, it is. It's a different kind of experience. You don't have the feedback of the crowd, buoying you up. So when you're writing, you got to kind of amp yourself up and imagine the crowd. I'm pretty good at doing that because I know if I write a good one and we play it with Pride Alliance or Ides of March or Sammy, anybody, I can visualize that. and I keep that in my heart, and I'm able to write something exciting just in the studio.
I have a last question for you, kind sir. And before I do that, I want to really thank you for your time.
Oh, you're welcome. I did want to, before we leave, and I'm not pushing you, but I did want to talk about the new Pride Alliance album.
Yes, sir.
Which
Please do. Please
comes
do.
up in a couple of weeks. I'm taking my glasses off because I can see better close. Anyway, the name of the Pride Alliance album for Frontiers, it's called Unbridled. And we have a video called Unbridled, which is amazing with the horses galloping. And Mike Aquino, there's this amazing guitar, must last about 50 seconds at the top. I said, remember Van Halen Eruption? I want that, only different. And Aquino is one of my amazing guitar player. And he sent like 50 seconds of this amazing eruption-like thing, but all original. And I said, that's it. And we spliced it on the top of Unbridled. And the only funny part was when we did the video, he had to learn exactly what he did. And that was really hard. That was all what they call extemporaneous. He had to learn everything so the motion matched the video. So when you watch the video for Unbridled, think of him trying to learn that solo again.
We are going to watch. We have already had the information by Frontiers. We wish you the best of luck with the new album, Unbridled, by Pride Alliance. And I want to ask you a last question before I leave you alone. And before I do that, I want to thank you so much for your time and your kindness. And of course, the small private recital and the jamming, which we enjoyed the most and we love. And you are responsible for a huge number of super hits, top 10 singles, super albums. And it's incredible that you keep going. And I was wondering, what is the one thing that makes you going on, creating, composing, writing, enjoying?
Yeah, well, it's in my heart. When it's in your heart and soul, it's not a job, it's not a chore, it's what you do. I would write songs even if I wasn't rewarded for them, but thank God it's been a living for me. I've raised my family and I bought a house, and the music business has been very good to me. I was in the 70s and 80s when you can still really make money as a songwriter. Nowadays, it's harder and harder with the internet, and I'm very lucky I made it when I made it, but I never take it for granted, and I keep going. And people say, what's the best song you ever wrote? And I said, maybe I haven't written it yet. I'm always striving to top it. That's what I do with Pride Alliance, and we have a new Ides of March album in the works, and I just keep going.
I think that we're going to be interviewing you very soon, Sir Jim.
I hope so.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Okay, I'll be back with you, and I appreciate it, man.
All the best. Thank you.
You too. God bless.
Bye now. God bless.